The following portion of Studio 4 is sponsored by Panhandle Legends.
Welcome back, everyone. The history of the High Plains is filled with amazing and inspiring characters. One of the most motivated and who still has an impact today is Melissa Dora Oliver-Eakle. Here's a small snippet of the amazing impact she had on Amarillo.
Panhandle Legends presents Melissa Dora Oliver-Eakle. She was a business leader and philanthropist. She was a visionary. She took Amarillo to new heights, not only with building its first skyscraper, but also by developing a beautiful, spacious neighborhood. She lent her own money to the city when it was desperately needed. She was tough, smart, and a giver to the city of Amarillo that she adopted and loved. She helped start Amarillo's first library and the Tri-State Fair. I'm Beth Duke, and Melissa Dora Oliver-Eakle is a Panhandle legend.
Absolutely. And as we talk about the amazing Melissa Dora Oliver-Eakle, we've got another spectacular woman from Amarillo.
Thank you.
Beth Duke, filling in for our guest, King Hill.
That's right.
Yes. So, doing the research about her, wow, what a giving woman, and exactly what the Panhandle, legends are all about. And she was not from Texas, but she got here as quick as she could.
She did.
Yeah.
And Amarillo was only chartered in 1887. So when she got here, the city, as a chartered city, was only 3 years old.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
What a blank canvas. And she had the vision of what this community could be. And not what it was then, but what it could be.
What it could be. That's amazing. And it's unfortunate that, back then and even still now, women are often overlooked in history, but she definitely made a lasting mark.
Sometimes people didn't want to do business with a woman. We can't really imagine that now, but it can happen.
Right.
But she used her initials, MD Oliver-Eakle, and some people did big business with her, not even realizing they were doing business with a woman.
Wow. And at one point, she had more wealth than all of the banks in the area.
That's
Am I right?
She lent money to the city of Amarillo to keep the city of Amarillo from going bankrupt in the Depression. And we're so fortunate. The big building boom in Amarillo was 1927-28, and that's when the bar field was built. That's why we have so many of these great 1928 buildings.
Wow, that is amazing. And so her light shines through on the the civil things, the social things, the economic, the philanthropy, all of it. She had her hand in all of it.
She did. I think one thing that's so important, not only was it the structure of the bar field and some of the other places that she helped develop, but she wanted Amarillo to have a culture, a library, the Tri-State Fair, some of the things she helped start. And we wouldn't have those if it hadn't been for amazing pioneer women like her. A lot of times the guys were working, making a living, but in our community, many times it was the women who made sure we had cultural things like the symphony, like the public library, things that we take for granted today.
And she also had her hand in the opera, Amarillo Opera,
That's right. That's right.
Wow, what a spectacular woman. And I know that, being what you do and what you have done for so long, there's not much about Amarillo and its history that you don't know. But was there something that you learned about Melissa Dora Oliver-Eakle from this project?
Well, I think the main thing that just impressed me was that she didn't just do one thing.
Right.
She didn't wait for someone else to come do it. And when I give my speeches about Center City, I talk about how our pioneer spirit, we knew the cavalry wasn't coming. We're too far from Washington. We're too far from Austin. Maybe it's for the best, I don't know. But we're so far away. If we wanted a symphony, we had to do it.
Right.
And we have a symphony that's 100 years old. Many symphonies did not last that long.
Right.
Little Theater, it'll be 100 years old next year. And the idea that the city was growing and growing and also supported culture for the quality of life because we weren't close enough to anyone else to share we had to build our own.
Right.
And she thought that was important.
Wow.
Giving the land for parks.
Right.
Giving the land for 2 parks. Giving the land for Amarillo College on Washington. It's just amazing how many things if you trace back, you can find the leaders who wanted to make sure we had a great quality of life here in Amarillo that we enjoy today.
Well, we thank her beyond measure for the things that she's done for this city and this community.